Mr. Martin Ngatia has accepted an interview with the Kenya Stockholm blog on the issue of Mr. Maggero. Mr. Ngatia, welcome to this interview.
Thank you.
Now, you know the circumstances surrounding the death of Maggero and what followed the funeral arrangements. A key thing is that after Maggero died, information about his death was hidden from the public. What do you have to say about this?
First of all, it's a shock because we never thought as Maggero's wife could treat his man in such a way, simply because Mrs. Maggero has been with Maggero for so many years, more than 40 years. They have grown up kids. She knows very well Luo's culture. So when Maggero died, Maggero is a well-known figure in this country. We met him here. Maggero was the chairman of Kenya Friendship Association in this country for many years. First of all, I am shocked to hear that when Maggero passed away, the woman never cooperated with even Mr. Dr. Walialo, who was very close to the family. And it's a pity.
Now, after Maggero's death and the failure to inform Kenyans, the funeral arrangements continued without the cooperation of the family in Kenya. What is your comment?
My comment is that we, first of all, we have learned a lesson for all those Kenyans who marry white people or white people who marry with black people. We have to learn a lesson of respecting each culture, and it is a pity in this time and the era and in a civilized country, such a woman who is born and brought up in a democracy, who knows both cultures, could not respect her man.
Now, after Maggero's death, there was an attempt to bring the family in Kenya, but this did not work out because the funeral was very much hurried up. Do you think this was in order?
Not at all. I don't think so. There are so many Kenyans who have died in this country, even before. But we keep them. In this country is not a third world country. Sweden is not a poor country. They have big mortuaries where they could provide the body of Mr. Maggero. Well, so I don't think why it was done. The whole cremation was done in haste. This is very wrong according to African culture. And we, as fighters of freedom and democracy, we believe democracy is universal. We African people, it is time for us to fight for our rights. It doesn't matter because we are going to, our two kids are going to marry foreigners. It's acceptable, but we must realize that to respect culture and the tradition is also human rights and democracy.
Now, there is a group of Kenyans who say that, other Kenyans should leave this issue alone because it is a private family issue. What do you think?
Yes, although it is a human, is a family matters issue, we respect that. But still, there is a crisis because what are the other families? Me, I think all families are important. Maggero had families in Kenya. We have an ambassador here who have never talked anything. But if Maggero was a white man died in Kenya, we could have seen the Swedish government reacting. This shows also that our government, Kenya government, is useless, is anti-Kenyan people. Although this is family matters, me, I don't see it. I see it in two different ways. First, as a family matter, again, a national issue, because Maggero was also a freedom fighter. He cannot be cremated. And we African people, we don't cremate people. Kenya is a big country.
Now, what could have...
Whereby we have we have enough place to bury our dead.
Now, you come from the Kikuyu community. Do the Kikuyus cremate bodies, or do they accept cremation under any circumstance?
Never, not at all. We Kikuyu people, we don't do that. We respect our dead bodies. That's why you have seen most of those Kikuyus who have died here. We contribute money and they make sure we send the bodies back home to where we belong.
Now, what could have the government done as the government of the Republic of Kenya on this issue? Because it has been confirmed Maggero was a Kenyan citizen at the time of his birth.
We have an ambassador here. My question also, what is the work of the Kenya embassy in this country, and not only in Scandinavia, even somewhere else? It is time for Kenyan people to realize that our embassies are useless, because anytime a Kenyan has problem, they don't help Kenyans who suffer in this country, but they help white people, which is very wrong anyway.
Now, there are Kenyans who are married to white Swedes. Do you think that there is anything that could be learned out of this incident as far as Kenyans who are married to Swedes are concerned?
Thank you very much. This is what the Swedes people call in their language "vekakroka," so that each and every Kenyan who marries a foreigner, because we are living in an open society and in a modern age, Kenyan who marry white people, because we have also children in this country who perhaps they will marry Swedes. We cannot stop them, but they have to write their will. To write somebody's will, you should not wait until when you are dying. You should write your will when you are even healthy, and make sure you don't keep it the way Swedes do in back. Make sure some copies are sent to your relatives or to your close friends. I call upon all Swedes people, all the Kenyan people who live in Scandinavia, to wake up from now.
There are those who say that Maggero wrote a will and that it was his wish to be cremated and to be buried in Sweden and so forth. What do you think?
Where is that will? Why can't the woman produce it? Personally, I have never seen it. Not only me, even the other Kenyans here and elsewhere has never seen that will. And if the woman has will, why can't she come up and prove to us that this is the will? Because this is very painful. We all have Maggero. Maggero has friends here and in Kenya. Relatives are there. I have even heard he had a wife back home. This is a scandal.
Now there is an attempt to, not even an attempt, but a plan to organize Maggero's memorial the Kenyan way. Do you think this is in order?
That is democracy, yes. People have different cultures and rights or whatever. So it is okay. Why not? If we are Kenyans, we have our way. The Swedes have their way. Muslims have their way. Jewish people have their way, and others. As I have said, I will repeat again: democracy is universal. Whether if Kenyan people feel that they have the right to honor the late Maggero, why not go forward?
Thank you very much, Ngatia, for having accepted this interview.
Thank you very much.